Water routes, landscapes and gardens. Delicias, Luisa and Cristina. Water in the historic gardens of Seville. The olive green route introduces us to Seville's elegant and landscaped southern sector, an urban area that played host to the 1929 Ibero-American Fair. The route's main thematic axis is the role of water in historic gardens in the form of fountains and pools that adorn gardens close to the Guadalquivir. The first stop on our itinerary is the Moroccan Pavilion of 29, standing out due to its lofty towers similar to those of Islamic minarets. The Garden of Earthly Delights, planted in the early 19th century by the assistant to José Manuel Arjona. Today the gardens recall the form of an English meadow, with contrasting arbours in a romantic style. In them we can see sculptures of Venus, Urania, the god Pan. We continue our route to the Plaza de América, comprised of the regionalist pavilions of Aníbal González and centred around a large ornamental pond. Constructed on the Huerta de la Mariana for the Fair of 29, today the square is a cultural space and home to several museums. Our route now takes us to the heart of the Maria Luisa Park, fruit of the reforms carried out by Jean-Claude Forestier at the beginning of the 20th century on what was then the Montpensier Garden. The French landscape designer created a garden centred on water, incorporating elements of the old romantic garden such as Mount Gurugú, with a natural appearance and small waterfall, and new fountains and pools inspired by Granada's Generalife and Seville's Alcázar. The Fountain of the Lions follows the aquatic axis. Raised above ground level, it's formed of 4 ponds, surrounded by catalpas, begonias, cypress, Canarian palm trees, orange trees, rose bushes, myrtle and spindle. A pool with spouts that recalls Granada's Generalife leads to the famous Fountain of the Frogs. The Fountain of the Frogs is the oldest in the entire precinct, dating from 1914. The fountain consists of 8 frogs surrounding a ceramic circle. A duck sits atop a turtle as its centerpiece. This large pool links Mount Gurugú with the Isleta de los Patos, where water is represented in a more picturesque and natural way. Approached from the old romantic garden, the pond is surrounded by rustic stones and we can observe in a corner the Neo-Mudéjar Pavilion of Alfonso XII. According to legend, it was here that King Alfonso XII declared his love for María de las Mercedes, daughter of the Duke and Duchess of Montpensier. The fountain of Juanita Reina's Arbor, designed in a Neo-Andalus style and in the form of an 8-pointed star, connects the entire aquatic complex with the Lotus Pond. Located on the transversal axis of the Maria Luisa Park, this pond was created by Forestier and inspired by the Nasrid pools of the Patio del Ciprés de la Sultana, located in the Generalife of Granada. The Avenida de los Magnolios leads us towards the Plaza de España, the very highest expression of regionalism, created by the architect Aníbal González between 1914 and 1929, as the main building of the 1929 fair. On a grandiose scale, it is semi-elliptical in shape, a symbol of Spain extending a warm embrace to its former American territories. Water is the protagonist here, with a navigable canal and a fountain designed by Vicente Traver. Our route now takes us towards the exhibition casino. Opened in 1929, it displays a distinct neo-Baroque style. Some large trees still remain from its surrounding gardens, such as laurels of the Indies, magnolias, aquaraceas, and shade plantains. Here we come across the old tobacco factory, today part of the University of Seville. It is protected on 3 of its flanks by a huge moat, far from the building's facade, constructed originally to prevent tobacco smuggling. Our route now reaches the epicentre of romantic Seville, the Palace of San Telmo and its gardens. It is here the Dukes of Montpensier had their court, where travellers and painters alike came to enjoy the most picturesque aspect of the city. The Baroque French facade of San Telmo formed part of the landscape of the Salón de Cristina, a project born in 1830 and implemented by José Manuel Arjona. Within its gardens, the bourgeoisie and local aristocracy liked to stroll and be seen, consolidating their place in high society. These gardens, now diminished, today constitute a literary tribute to the poets of the generation of 27, represented by a contemporary fountain. The olive green route now returns us to the Guadalquivir, with the Torre del Oro as our backdrop. This iconic view is the end point of a walk that accompanies the path of water through Seville's historic gardens of the 1929 Ibero-American Fair.